I am Jamie Blosman. I'm a podcast host of Femcanic Garage and I exclusively feature women in the automotive, motorsports, and skilled trades industries.
Okay, I want to talk to you about the most important question that you will ask yourself as a small business owner this year. Are you ready? Does my current technology platform and stack allow my business to scale? Let's think about that a minute. Does your current technology, the entire stack as a whole, allow your business to scale and really grow? You may be pounding your head against the wall, like digital marketing and social media marketing and this marketing and that marketing. And I'm not saying that that's not warranted and needed. It is definitely needed. But what I'm getting at is, do you have the technology to support your growth to take it to the next level? And the answer may be no. So let's explore it. Let's talk about tools and functionality. You need to think about what your business entails and what technology you currently use for everything. Do you have inventory? Do you currently use sales funnels? Do you customize and do you want to automate emails? Are they easy and compatible to integrate with other plugins and platforms and workflow tools? Are you using the current version of all of this? You really have to sit down and think about the technology that you're currently using, but more importantly, what and how you need to grow. As small business owners, our biggest asset and the most valuable thing we have is our time, which ultimately ends up not being much because we're spinning so many plates, we're wearing so many hats, that it's so important to leverage the technology that's out there. And the reality is, we have access as small business owners to technology to automate things that we just didn't have access to 10, heck, 5 years ago. We have access to it now. But the most powerful platform, hands down, is your CMS or content management system. Now, what a lot of people are using today is Shopify or Wix or these basic platforms. These platforms serve their purpose as a new business. And maybe it serves your purpose if all you're doing is sharing content. If you have a shop, a store, products, if you are an agency, if you do your business at trade shows and generate a lot of your revenue at trade shows, if you're using Shopify or Wix or any of those types of platforms, you are selling yourself short. So what is the premier platform? WordPress. Full stop, it's WordPress. Why WordPress? I'll explain here in just a minute, but I want to also add into this. If you sell products, the plugin you want to use for WordPress is WooCommerce. These are the industry standards for small businesses, and dare I say small businesses, because I'm going to show you what I would consider not small businesses that use WordPress. You may think that it is your marketing that is holding you back from 10xing your business, but I'm going to challenge you and say that I think it's your technology stack that's holding you back from 10xing your business. You have to get the foundation solid. You have to give yourself back more time as a business owner in order to 10x your business. As small business owners, we don't have the number of employees that other larger companies have. So we need to get really smart and really stingy with our time. So let's dig into this just a little bit more. And I want to try to help you understand why WordPress is the next quantum leap for your business. This is WordPress's market position, and an extensive research was done around this. WordPress powers 43.2% of websites worldwide. This isn't US, this is in the entire world. There isn't even a distant second to WordPress when you look at this graph. WordPress is the fastest growing and most popular content management system with 63.3% market share in the CMS sphere. What does this translate into, and what does this mean to you? This means with it having the largest market share, it's kind of like the Google of CMS. Yes, you advertise on Facebook. Yes, you advertise in, Bing or Yahoo, but a much smaller percentage is spent in those spaces than you do in Google. The same is true for WordPress. When you think about plugins, and a lot of times plugins are free, WordPress itself to set up is free, zero cost to the business owner. Why this means so much is technology companies and open source companies that have plugins that work with WordPress are more extensive for WordPress than any other platform because WordPress is the biggest. So for them to create those plugins, it is more lucrative for them to spend time building WordPress plugins and more robust plugins and oftentimes free plugins for WordPress than any other platform for this reason. WordPress websites get over 20 billion page views each month. Why? Yes, because there are more websites, which means it's optimized more for things like Google. The WordPress economy was projected to be worth $635.5 billion in 2021. This is only growing. Now, you want to be on the bandwagon that is moving forward and attracting the best developing talent and the easiest talent to find, which means you can find the best at a more reasonable price. So can you really scale with WordPress? Well, if it's good enough for Microsoft, yes, Microsoft uses WordPress, guys. Walt Disney Company, Forbes, Meta Newsroom, Mozilla, Sony Music, TechCrunch, the New York Times Company. WordPress is used by these companies, and you have the opportunity to leverage it as a small business. It makes sense to use WordPress, get acclimated with it, get it set up so that you can continue to grow and expand it and evolve it for your business. It can be a one-stop shop for you. I have developed my businesses as a one-stop shop using WordPress, and I just log in to the back end. I can do scheduling, I can do my funnels, I can do all of this all through WordPress. I think the next step in all of this is really doing your company tech stack assessment. Now, we can help you with that at Femcanic Tools. We can also set up websites for you at Femcanic Tools, but more importantly, there are a ton of plugins for some paid, some free, stuff in between. We've spent years and tons of experience around weeding out the garbage and getting right to the core of what you need as a small business, regardless of your industry. If your primary way of making revenue, or even a small portion, is associated with doing trade shows, we are the expert at handling that and understanding how to bring your trade show to the online space and how that translates from in-person and the necessary tech stack in order to deliver that online. There's often a disconnect. Like I said, if the majority of your revenue is generated through face-to-face contact, a lot of companies have a hard time really translating. They've perfected the face-to-face presentation and connection with customers, but they really struggle with how to translate that to moving it into online. That's what we specialize in and get great results. And we don't do it by ourselves. Our baseline and foundation is built on WordPress and the plugins that are available. So where do we start when we work with all of our clients? Here. We have them make a list so that we are educated on where they stand. This is the key on how to automate non-value added tasks and scale your business, because you need to take back some of that time as a small business owner because you're wearing so many hats, and we need to get you scaled. 1, Make a list. Get an Excel sheet, write it on a piece of paper, write it on a napkin for all I care. But you need to make a list, and I'm gonna walk you through what needs to be on this list. Document what you're currently using, your apps, your software, your website, plugins, digital tools, and maybe it's not even digital, it may be manual. But make a list of everything that you currently use in your business. That's email providers, it's website, it's hosting, it's domains, it's all of those things. Make an inventory of it. 2, add to that list. The next thing you want to add to the list is what you're not using, but you want/need. So, for example, maybe you're manually setting up appointments. What 3 times work best for you? And this back and forth and taking into consideration the time zone, so on and so forth. Maybe a software or a piece of technology that would help give you back some time is a scheduling software where you just set your availability and they basically, whoever you're talking to goes and schedules their own appointment. That's an example of something. There's many other ones as well. Add to that list and identify it as this is what you're not using but want to use. The next thing to add to this list, add a description of how you use your current apps, how you use it, what you use it for. Add the description to how you would use and plan on using those particular. So it's what you have and what you want. And then plugging those in and adding the descriptions to them. And then finally, complete a current state compatibility technical/platform assessment. It's basically understanding if those things play nice together. Understanding that if you have multiple plugins and different things, that sometimes they don't always play nicely together or integrate together real nice. This is that next step in understanding that. And don't worry, if you don't know how to do this, we can help you with this. It's not a big deal. With our years of experience and trial and error, and sometimes cost us hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars of mistakes, but we've weeded it out and we've figured out which ones play nicely together to deliver on different actionable tasks for your business that give you back time and save you money and generate more money for you. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would be glad to help. And I'm going to be posting more videos as well to give you more insight and information on really how to take your business to that next level, do the quantum leap, and 10x your business.